Hey everyone, welcome back. We are looking at Age of Apocalypse, and we are now looking at Generation Next, number one. Not to be confused with Generation X. They really went out a limb here to figure out a new name. It's the next generation. It's Generation X. I mean, it was coming out in the 90s when Generation X was such a big deal, that generation. So, and it's an X-Men theme, X themed, whatever. But here we go. We got Kitty Pryde and we got Colossus. And who else do we got here? We got Chamber. We got Husk. She was a sister of Cannonball. This is Mondo. There's Magneto. Their skin looking very creepy. And then there's these guys. And I don't remember them at all. I mean, is that supposed to be M? And is that supposed to be that guy Evan? What was his name? Sink? I don't know. So, camera adjustments, pain in the ass. And, alright, well, let's crack this fucker open. So, Chris Bachalo is the artist. Demon Knight, that was funny with Billy Zane. Anyways, so he's running from an explosion. These first issues don't really have much to do with like the main story. It's just kind of an introduction to each group. So the main mission that they're going to go off on doesn't happen until the next issue 2, 3, and 4. And that seems to be the same thing with all these. And here's Rusty already, fucking up my world. Oh, there's his tail. And have a seat somewhere that's not on my comic. He's gonna say fuck you. Okay, Rusty, I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. So there's Chamber. I mean, he's looking better than he did in the Prime universe. Like, he has this weird thing with psionic energy. I'm not even sure what it is, but it like he can blast it out, I guess. But he in the Prime universe, he like blew a fucking hole in his chest. So he just has this big gaping like energy coming out. Here he actually has a mouth. So, okay, Rusty, oh my god, buddy. I don't have the patience for you today. Sorry, everyone. Tail. Cats. Oh. So, here he goes. Chamber jumping. And what I'm going to spoil is that they're in the middle of a training exercise. All the X-Men are always training. Goddamn cat. And he's bouncing. He's dodging something. But he has psionic power. And then this fucking mace comes out of nowhere. It's going to hit him in his fucking head. Crush his ass. Ugh. Rusty! But he now can shoot it out his goddamn chest here. I guess. Okay. Rusty, move. So it doesn't, I was hoping it would explain what's going on here with his powers, but he can shoot psionic power out of his chest and he blows away the thing here. Scott Lobdell is writing this one too. Chris Bachalo, which was also created. That's interesting. Didn't know that. And so he's okay. So then, like, this camera pops up. It's watching him. And who's this? I don't know. But whatever happened, it was distraction. Whoever he's training with grabs him, yanks him, slams his ass on the ground. But they talk about that this is an exercise, but the point of them is simplicity itself. Kill or be killed. So these are violent exercises. Like, they're out to get each other. I mean, Chris Bachalo is not known for like drawing like sexy women, but he took the opportunity to show her ass there. He's like, if I'm going to die, I can think of worse ways to go. And looks like she was like giving this girl's giving him some kisses. But he's like, you should have knocked me on the head when you had the chance. He throws her ass. And he's like, well, so she asked, why didn't you kill me? And he's like, well, maybe I just don't agree with what Rasputin is, his survivalist dogma. He's got all these like lipstick kissy faces on him. And she's like, shucks, I was hoping it was because I was sexy as all get out, Dumpling. So this is Paige Guthrie, this is Husk. She can like tear off her skin and have another form underneath it. Which can manifest in a bunch of different ways. It could be like wood, metal, even weird energy. I don't know how that is decided. But they're trying to like bang each other out, and got these masks. Why are these masks useful? I don't know. But then there's Mondo. He can also take the properties of something he's touching. So if he has, it's kind of like the absorbing man, right? So if there's wood, he can like touch the wood, and that's what he's going to be made out of. He was made out of the dirt, so he kind of comes out of the dirt. He's all pissed at these two. He's sick of risking his life while you two suck face. Yeah. Ads. Chamber takes a second to shoot his ass, and he hates the psionic energy. So the psionic energy is supposed to hurt his head, but it can blow through things? I don't understand. So, and she's an omnimorph, she says. Change when I want to change. So she can, like, this fucking blade just comes out of her hands somehow. I guess that makes sense. And then something pings off and looks like it was an egg timer. It's like, oh, cool, we survived the 3-minute mark, but the bad news is, and pow, here comes Colossus. The teacher is in. And there's, it looks like it's Chamber. What the fuck is going on here? That must be Mondo got fucking thrashed. Jesus Christ, man. Anyways. I think it's Chamber monologuing here. Hey, Rusty. And he's talking about how Colossus and his brother, which was Mikhail, they were Russia's greatest heroes back when there was a Russia. And then his brother became a horseman for Apocalypse, but Colossus made his way to America, offered his services to Magneto. Cool, we're all up to date. But here's the thing about Age of Apocalypse, like they can make people's personalities different. Sabretooth, instead of being bloodthirsty animal killer, he's a much more noble individual, even though he's still kind of a badass. Colossus is a gentle soul and a painter and all that. He's a fucking asshole here. And I think it's because maybe his sister died, Ileana. No. Fuck. Ileana's, that's the whole point of these issues, is they're going to save Ileana. So why is he all grumpy? I don't know. But he says he is not a happy person. And I can't tell what is going on with this drawing here. I mean, I understand that's his arm and that's his back, but that's like one ass and one leg? What is going on here? I've always been very confused. Is he walking forward? It's just weird. So, Chamber, trying to take the advantage and hit, blast Colossus, but that doesn't really work on him because, he's fucking made of metal. Why does he wear this mask? I think he got, his face got melted by somebody. I wonder if it'll tell us. So Colossus is giving them shit, says they're dreamers and he needs to provide a wake-up call, but then here comes Husk, and she changed, as she is an omnimorph, into some kind of weird acid that she's splashing on his ass, on his back of his head. That face there is kind of funny. I mean, how do masks like this, I know it's a comic book, but when you have eye holes, they shouldn't, the eye holes on masks shouldn't change. And so, Paige there, I like these drawings, like the face here with the hair swinging all about. Just really give it to him. But somebody comes out of Colossus, and it was Kitty Pryde. She was intangible inside him. She like backhands Paige, Husk there. And then Mondo was like, yeah, I would have told you that the other teacher would have been here too. She's got these weird Wolverine claws because she's a Shadowcat. She's a cat, so she's kind of way more violent than she should be. Tormentor, that more like it. So she just like starts going at Husk here, slash, and you know, Kitty's like, don't mess with the teacher, slashes again, and she's running away. Cool drawing here, bent over, all hurt, and she's running away. And Husk is kind of playing possum a little bit. She's ripping off her fucking skin again. God, that's gross. She has another like weird, like diamond-like weapon out of her arm. She's coming up to finish the job, and she's like, ha, loser, now die. And it just goes right through her because it's Shadowcat. Die, please. And there's a lot of times that they use weird sound effects. They use the snicked right there, slash, nothing there, slash there. But I like this one. Shadowcat kicks her right in the face. Punt. That's funny to me. And so while they're distracted, it looks like Chamber shoots away because he's like, Colossus is too big, but maybe if I shoot down this tree, that should do the trick. Now, again, this kind of gets in the way, this fucking sound effect, and Bocello's art, sometimes it's a little confusing. I'm not always know what I'm looking at, but that's where all the words come in. You know, the story and the writer says like, but a tree should do a trick. So it's telling us, not showing us in a way. I don't know. That's kind of a thing with his art that sometimes bothers me. But he gets up and looks, and like Shadowcat's just like going to town on Paige, just giving it to her. Where's the camera when you need it? But I don't know. I like that. I like this. Like, I like this pose, and I like that look on her face. Looking back as these fucking tendrils come down and snare her. You'd think she could just phase right through them, which I think she does, but no, she doesn't. She's more violent. But it's skin, and he can just make it's like kind of like a more gross version of Mr. Fantastic. Just like elongates his skin. It's really gross. Doesn't make any sense. But he's like so creepy. I mean, this is a creepy panel up here. Just him laughing or smiling as these skin is coming out. But she grabs on Kitty and yanks his ass down. So he falls, and she's like pulling him forward to finish the job. Another cool picture. Another creepy fucking smile of skin. Like, that's cool. They don't give a lot of details there, but you see more and more. But even though skin helped Husk here, like, she's getting ready to do something, and he's like, allow me to get out of the way. She's like, nah. So she's not very loyal. So she takes out both Kitty and Skin. And then the timer goes out again. And they're like, cool, we all made another session, we're all alive. And he's like, Chamber wants to celebrate, but Colossus is pissed. Is if you hurt Kitty, you know, I'm going to fuck your ass up. And then this guy, Vicente, I don't know who this is, honestly. But he can, like, make his body into some form of, like, gas. Fuck, all these Generation X characters are just gross. You know, skin, and rips off her skin to have this weird power. He has a fucking hole in his chest. Mondo can turn into the fucking ground. This guy is a gas. I don't know. So, the Colossus isn't stopping, and whatever this thing is, the computer's like saying, time, 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 it's over, stop. And then here comes Magneto, and he tells, like, enough. And everyone's kind of dead in their tracks. Just kind of, they're all shocked at seeing the sight of him. He's kind of a force to be reckoned with. Now, what's going on with his leg over here? That just kind of looks also weird. But I like the two little dots for eyes there. Just very, very cool picture of Magneto. And he says, okay, Colossus, Shadowcat, I need a word with you. And he takes them back to, I guess they're in some kind of castle or tomb, which is their base. So these guys are supposed to be training the next generation, but Magneto was mad. It's like, I find them like fucking wanting to kill each other, but he's like, they're being prepared as we said they would. You can see Colossus' face. It's all fucked up there. Acid burnt somehow. Can't remember how. Cool shot of Magneto. So then they start, this isn't Bishop, I mean, this is Bishop, but he's not really here. I think it's a hologram. And he's explaining what Bishop is telling everyone about the alternate reality. And so they're sending people on missions to see what they can do about seeing if he's right and what they can do to fix everything, right? So they want to travel back in time. But she says Apocalypse had all the chronovariant mutants killed specifically to prevent time travel. It's like, all known CVs, yes. So the computer starts, I don't know, this is so weird. I don't know who this is. So they start like going through people who have time travel abilities. So this person, deceased. It's like, cool, next. This person's deceased. She doesn't even have a name. She's a smoker. This guy, deceased. These two guys, MIA. And then the last one. Bush, moi, niet, it cannot be. She told me she died. They told me she died. And this is Ileana. And it's confirmed. Reportedly killed at the site of the Kiev slaughter, finding too young to be of any use. Possibility of mutant manifestation infinitesimal. Currently a resident of Core, Portland. Likelihood of rescue 0.000%. So there's Ileana. She grows up to be magic, that crazy magic person. So apparently she has some time travel abilities, I guess. And they want to go, they need to go rescue her. So that's the setup. Generation Next, number 1, more Age of Apocalypse. Cool stuff. Get to know the characters, get to know what they have to do. Cool art. It's a comic. So thanks for watching, and we're going to be looking at more of, Age of Apocalypse stuff. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.